Hey, it's Emma, or should I say Wednesday Addams. Today I am showing you how to make this crochet web collar, as well as doing a full Wednesday makeup tutorial. I'm also showing you two different hairstyles. I've got this one, and then I've also got the traditional pigtails. So let's go ahead and get started. You're only going to need your regular makeup for this look. I am starting with some grey eyeshadow. I'm mapping out the contours of her face. You want to look dead. There is not much color going on in this makeup look. So I'm going in with some grey, and then I have my Nars Laguna where I'm just kind of deepening these areas where I want some shading. I want my cheekbones to look hollow. I'm taking a foundation shade that is just slightly lighter than my usual skin tone. This is probably like my winter shade. I did my underpainting technique, which you guys know I love. I'm going in with a vanilla Bobbi Brown eyeshadow stick, putting that all over my lids, and then we take a black eyeliner. I only had this glittery eyeliner, but if you just have a smoldering black eyeliner, that works even better. And then you just want to kind of get as close to your lash line, top and bottom, as you can. Then go ahead and take some grey eyeshadow and just start smudging it. You can be really messy with this look, which is probably like the best part about it. You can do it in 5 minutes, but smudge that grey in top and bottom. You can even use your finger if you want to. It's a messy look. I did the same on the other eye. As you can see, there's not all that much technique. Then I took this light brown color from the Disney palette, and then I just kind of put that in the outer corner, going just above my natural crease because I have a hooded eye, just to kind of deepen that hollow. You want to look dead. So I've just put that on the outside crease, and then I'm deepening it up with a little bit of a darker gray back on that Fenty palette. Just blending those two shades together, again just going above my natural crease. And then it's mascara time. I put 20 layers of mascara, top and bottom, and then you take that same eyeliner and line your waterline, top and bottom. I took a clean brush and I just kind of buffed that out. And then for my eyebrows, I just used my normal eyebrow pencil, but I think this would also look good if you used a black pencil. But I just have a dark brown one that I'm using here. I'm not making my eyebrows fluffy like I usually do, so I actually brush them straight out. But nothing too fancy here, just a little bit of eyebrow shading. I'm using MAC in Spice to line my lips, and I added a bit more spice in the center of my lip. I wanted my eyes to look a little more sunken and a little more hollow, so I took these two shades and I'm just blending it a little bit underneath my eye. Onto the hair. Oh my gosh, so don't reach for those scissors. I'm going to show you how to do faux bangs. I'm starting off by parting that chunk of hair that I want to use as a fringe, and then I twist it. And then you're going to pin it towards, like, not so much the middle, but you're just going to kind of pin it back. And then this is going to act as your fringe. And I have this little kind of knot that you can see, but it's okay because the hairstyle that she has kind of covers it up. So go ahead and part your hair into two. Braid one side, just a usual 3-part braid, all the way until the very end, like you would pigtails. And then go ahead and bring that pigtail all the way over to the top of your head, kind of where you've created that bump, or where those bobby pins are, where you pinned your fringe down, and go ahead and pin it there. We can neaten it up later on, but just pin it there, make sure it's secure. Go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, braid it, bring it up to the top, pin it down. And then go ahead and just start tucking those pieces under. If you have straight hair, I think this would be a lot easier. For me, I don't like to use a lot of heat on my hair. That's why I've just decided to just leave it frizzy and afro like it is. I just pulled out a few wispies. I really think that this would look better if you could use some heat on your hair. It's not that I can't, I just prefer not to. And then it's time to add your collar. So for me, I just wore a plain black t-shirt. I tucked it in. You could wear this with a black dress or any kind of black outfit. and then go ahead and tie your web collar on. I decided to tie a bow, but you can tie this however you like. And here is your dance scene Wednesday Addams. If you want another option for hair though, you can go ahead and take this out and just do her traditional pigtails. I split my hair in half and did a 3-part braid on each side, and this is a more traditional Wednesday Addams. And you could still do the fringe with this look, but then maybe add in like a chunky black hair band or something just to kind of hide where the bobby pins are. I didn't do that here, I just kept it super simple. 2 braids on each side. And that is it. There is your 5-minute Wednesday Addams makeup. You're ready to go. Go and be miserable. And let's go ahead and make this web collar. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and sign up to be notified. Alright, and so to make this collar any size, it's just important to know that each web needs 14 chains. So you can make your chain as long as you want, as long as it's in groups of 14. So once you have your starting chain, for reference, my chain is a chain of 70. Go ahead and chain 2 because this will help us turn our work. And into that 71st chain, so not this one, but this one here, we're working single crochets starting from there in every single stitch. So go ahead and take a single crochet into every single stitch, and I will meet you back at the end. At the end of your row of single crochets, this is what you should have. From here, go ahead and chain 2 and turn your work. This chain of 2 counts as a double crochet, so we're not putting a double crochet into this stitch, but go ahead and place a double crochet into the next, and a double crochet into the following next 2 stitches, so that you have a total of 4 double crochets. Once you've done your 4 double crochets, go ahead and chain 1. Go ahead and count 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3. And into this 4th stitch, we're going to place 5 double crochets separated by a chain of 1. So I've just placed my first double crochet here, chain 1. Into that same stitch, a second double crochet, chain 1. Third double crochet, chain 1. Fourth double crochet, chain 1, and our last one into that same stitch. This is what you should have. Go ahead and chain 1. We're skipping 3 stitches, so 1, 2, and 3. Into this 4th stitch, go ahead and place a double crochet. And then we're doing 6 more of these double crochets in a row, so that we have a total of 7 double crochets before we start our next shell. After my row of 7 double crochets, this is what it looks like. Go ahead and chain 1. Skip 3, so 1, 2, 3, and work a double crochet into the 4th. And work a total of 5 double crochets into this same stitch, each separated by a chain of 1. Once you have your total of 5 double crochets separated by a chain, go ahead and chain 1. Again, count 3, so 1, 2, 3. Work a double crochet into the 4th, and 6 more double crochets follow that. So now you're just repeating what we've done before until you come to the end of your row. After your row, you should be starting with 4 double crochets and finishing on 4 double crochets, with 7 double crochets in between each of your start of your web patterns. It'll naturally also start to curve in. That's how it becomes like that collar. So after the end of your 4 double crochets, go ahead and chain 2. Turn your work. This counts as your first double crochet, so go ahead and do 2 more double crochets into the next 2 stitches. And skip this next double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet into the first double crochet of like this start of your web. Chain 2 and a double crochet into the next, chain 2, double crochet into the previous double crochet, chain 2, and again we're just working a double crochet into that double crochet from the previous row. So you can see that your web is starting to form here. Once you finish that last one, go ahead and chain 2. We're skipping this first double crochet and we're going into the second, and take a double crochet along until you are 1 double crochet away from the end of the previous row. So you should have a total of 5 double crochets here. Chain 1, work a double crochet into the previous row's double crochet, chain 2, double crochet into that next web, and we continue this pattern. Chain 2, work your double crochet, chain 2 until you have finished your web. And then once you have finished your web, go ahead and chain 2 and skip this first double crochet and work 5 double crochets along, and we repeat that all the way across. At the end of your row, this is what it should look like. So you should be putting a double crochet into every single previous double crochet, but chaining 2 in between and skipping one of the double crochets from the previous row. So we started with 3 double crochets. We're also ending on 3 double crochets here. From here, go ahead and chain 2. This counts as your turn your work, sorry. And then this counts as your first double crochet. Work 1 more double crochet into that next stitch. And then we're doing a similar pattern to what we just did, but this time go ahead and chain 3. Double crochet into that next or the previous row's web. Chain 3. Work a double crochet into the previous row's double crochet, chain 3, and you're doing this into every single previous row's double crochet or your web. Once you've worked into that last double crochet from your web, this is what it should look like. Go ahead and chain 3. And we're skipping this double crochet and working into the next. And then we want 2 more double crochets so that we have a total of 3. And then we repeat the pattern. So chain 3, double crochet into the previous row's double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into that next double crochet, chain 3, and we work that double crochet with a chain of 3 into each double crochet in the previous row. At the end of your row, this is what it should look like. Once more, we chain 3, we skip the first double crochet, go into the second, and add 2 more so that we have a total of 3, and then after that we repeat our web pattern. So go ahead and do that, and then I will meet you back for our next row. After that row, this is what it should look like. You should have started and finished with 2 double crochets. Now we're ready for our final row. So go ahead and just chain 1 this time. And into this first stitch, work a single crochet. We're skipping this next one and chaining 4. And into the double crochet from our web of the previous row, we work a double crochet. So it's kind of the same pattern. Chain of 4, double crochet into that previous double crochet, chain of 4, and you'll just be working double crochets into every previous row's double crochet with a chain of 4 in between. And after that final double crochet, this is what it should look like. Go ahead and chain 4. You should have 3 double crochets in that previous row. We're skipping the first one and put a single crochet into that middle stitch. We're skipping the next stitch and chaining 4 and repeating this web pattern again. So in every single double crochet, we place a double crochet, we chain 4, double crochet, and then when you get to your solid rows of double crochets, you just work a single crochet into the middle. So go ahead and do that, and I will meet you back at the end of your row. This is what you should have. If you like, you can block this so that your webs are really defined and spaced out. I'm just going to keep mine as it is, but you can go ahead and chain 1, cut your yarn, pull through and pull tight. Cool. And then now I'll show you how to attach a little drawstring here so that you can tie it onto yourself. To make your drawstring, it's just a simple chain. But this is how I attached it. So going over to the other side, you just want to work here in the first corner, like the bit that's closest to your neck. Go ahead and make a slip knot. Insert your hook into pretty much like that first connecting chain that you made. Attach your yarn, pull it through, and then yarn over, pull through. Then from here, go ahead and just make your chain. So you can make this chain as long or as short as you like, but just as long as it's enough to tie it. I'm going to make mine as long as I did on this side so that I can tie it in a bow. And that is it, you guys. You have now completed your Wednesday Addams Halloween look. I hope you have a great time. Like this video and leave me a comment below if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next video. Like it. It's meant to, yeah, and then move him around. But can you like tap my shoulder? Can you do like walking fingers on my shoulder?